Hey nerds, I wanted to show you a spinner that I thought I was going to sell at one point or trade away or something like that. But I stuck with it and I tried some different stuff, like I did a new bearing and new buttons, and I just wanted to show you what a new bearing and new buttons can really do to a spinner. It can really change it. It can turn it into something you're like, meh, to something that like I can't get enough of. So this is a tungsten Dune. You can't really get these anymore new. Hand-spun Designs doesn't make them anymore. What it comes with is not these gorgeous, gorgeous buttons that I will talk about again in a sec. But it comes with, find them here, these guys. So usually it just looks like this, right? And these buttons, they are not very, they're not very high up on this thing. They sit pretty low profile. I don't know, I find them awkward to spin it and then like go over like this. It feels weird. It feels like it's a balancing act every time. The dish feels great on them, like it's really works with your finger, but there's just something not very amazing about them that I just wasn't having fun with. So then I tried, shimming them up a little bit. And that helped a little bit. It kind of picks them up, gives a little bit more clearance to the body. It's definitely having some more fun with that. But there was still something, I don't know, just felt awkward. Just wasn't quite working for me. Then one day I'm kind of looking at it, playing with it, and I'm thinking about selling it, right? Thinking about, trading it away, selling it or something like that, using it as trade fodder, because it's kind of a rare piece, and you might be able to get some other things, shaken out of a tree, right? To, use it as trade fodder. And then I had these other buttons from the, what is it here? Yeah. So then I had these 28 mil buttons from my copper mothership sitting around. And I'm kind of looking at this thing and I'm going, I wonder, like, would 28 mil buttons work on this? And it turns out they do. So I had Solly from NJT Handspun or NJT Handmade make me these titanium custom buttons for the Dune, and it's changed everything for me. So what I had him do is I had to make sure that the internal shim right there, point at that correctly. So this little part right here, I like to call the internal shim, or the, some people call it the offset, ride height. It's pretty cool. So I had him make that 1 millimeter on each one right there, because I wanted to, get that spacing up off of the bearing. Then I had to make each button, made the thickness 4 mil. It was a little bit more than what these ones were. So I wanted a little bit extra because I could see that I wanted to get a little bit more over the body of the spinner. So 4 mil thick, 1 mil internal shims. And then I also noticed that when these buttons were on here, most buttons they're all kind of, they'll have like some special detailing going up here, but as soon as they get down here, it's just flat, right? Just square edge right there. So I had him do, oh, and what I noticed is that that square edge was just barely clearing right here on the spinner. It worked, but if I turned it in the right way or something like that, I could just barely kind of hear it kind of like hitting there a little bit. I didn't want that. So I had him not only, chamfer the top like that, but also do the same thing underneath. And he did it perfect. So when I first got these, I was a little worried, like, oh God, how's it gonna work? I even think I put extra shims in just because I was worried, and it was bad with extra shims. So I take it out and, I put it on just like this, and it's like everything worked out perfect. Now it just sings. And this spinner was supposed to have 28 mil buttons. It just works so much better that way. So if you have a Dune, get some 28 mil buttons, or have Solly make you some, or something like that, because this is just a dream now. And I don't know if I already mentioned, but these ones are made out of crystallized titanium, so they're super light. So it keeps this entire tungsten spinner with the buttons at a very manageable 186 grams, in my opinion. Tungsten gets real heavy for me real fast, so that's just perfect. Anyway, I just wanted to go over that, show you, let you see what's up, because that one's a winner. Definite winner. So if you have a Dune, I highly recommend. 28 mil buttons. All right, get out of here, nerd.